just see how this shit goes. Hello, I'm your host, Waylon, of the LazyBoy podcast, with my friend Sorry.
Hi, I'm sorry.
I know you are.
No, I'm not.
Fuck you too. But yeah, there's been a lot of shit going on. I've been wanting to play video games, but at the same time, I wanted to get this podcast going. So here's what we're doing. We're gonna act like a reporter, and we're gonna start off with the first thing: the Corona scare. We're gonna be on topic, like the news. So yeah. Sorry, you work in you work in healthcare, but you're not like a doctor, right?
I'm not a healthcare professional.
Yeah.
I work in healthcare though.
Yeah. Because you do work in a hospital setting. Like, what is like? Because in the general public, especially where I live, the state I live in, like we're told to stay inside, but we can go out. But they're told us to social distancing, that typical stuff, or just avoid contact with people whenever possible.
Yeah, the current meme, basically, right?
Yeah. Like, one of the things that people fail to do is to stay the fuck out of Kroger and Walmart. Like, what is it? Every single grocery store I've been to, besides Walmart, is chaos. Complete chaos. Yes.
Really? People are just not.
People
civil?
aren't. Okay, I'm heavily exaggerating it. It's mainly just people being fucking idiots and buying all the shit that people like me that's just trying to get through their week. It's just trying to buy basic shit. So everyone's buying out all the milk and eggs and stuff. I get it. When a disease scare happens, it's gonna happen. But people are buying out all the toilet paper and stuff, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm a big guy. Let's be real here.
I gotta interview when you say that. Like, people stealing toilet paper. Seriously, are you really worried about toilet paper?
Yeah,
being
like,
the last thing
I'm a big guy.
Just
like,
stick your ass inside the shower.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're that worried
You're
about
stuck inside anyways.
yeah, if you're that worried about toilet paper, just go in the shower. Like, you're gonna wash it off anyway.
And plus, you need to wash anyways as more often.
Yeah, because cleanliness is next to godliness. It's something like that. I don't know. I was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I heard that, and I thought it was a cool quote. It's a good game.
I played a game, and it made me think of this wisdom and advice for life.
It's been a little hard to go to get groceries sometimes, because what was I'd say probably 2 weeks ago, I had to take my sister out to I had to take her to a dentist appointment, and while I was out, I had to go get groceries. So I went to the Target that was near us. They just stocked it, so they had milk, they had bread, and they had all that shit. But when I got a call from my grandmother to get stuff, all I remembered her telling me was bread. So I got the bread, got out. It was cheap. Then she called me again, and I was like, I got us the bread. It's like, was it picked clean? I was like, isn't that what you said? It's like, oh yeah, but I need you to grab milk and dog food and stuff. I go to the Kroger right next door. Fucking chaos. People are everywhere, just running about. And this is one of those large, not convenience stores, large grocery stores that has a Starbucks in the middle of it. They're avoiding that like the fucking plague.
I believe it.
And I'm the psychopath in the middle trying to get myself a fucking vanilla bean shake or whatever the hell it is. Vanilla bean frappe, please.
Honestly, I don't even understand the whole entire scare fully. Because yes, it's a virus, it's novel, and you can die from it by getting it. It's very possible.
Well, the reason why is it's similar to the SARS outbreak that happened in the early 2000s. The only difference is it's spreading a lot more. And
it's more infectious. Yeah,
it's more infectious. That's literally all it is. It's just like glorified flu, but it can still kill you. Like, my grandmother's at risk. But a lot of people are there is a fatality rate for healthy adults in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah, just the other day, there's a 17-year-old that died in LA to the virus, and a 26-year-old lacrosse player at some college here in the United States.
Well, he was a lacrosse player. It's probably Syracuse.
He was yeah, it was probably Syracuse. Probably.
Yeah, it was probably Syracuse.
This was a healthy individual. He was, perfectly healthy.
Yeah.
He died, and he was 26. So age is not a factor at all.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, if you have pre-existing conditions,
pre-existing conditions can factor in, but not just that. Like, if you're hold up.
Hold up, buddy. Hold up, buddy. What?
Okay, never mind. That was my dog. I was wondering what the hell that noise was. What was I talking about? Something about a healthy immune system or something? Yeah. But yeah, if I remember correctly, the reason why something like this is so dangerous is that not only does it pose a serious threat to people that, that have a weaker immune system, like small children and especially the elderly, like, it can mutate. So are you there? You're muted if you're trying to speak. Oh boy, we're off to a hot start. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, buddy.
I'm doing something else right now. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're good.
I'm listening.
Shit, I forgot. Yeah. Dude, we are doing so poorly right now. I forgot to change the. Yeah, I know. No, I'm talking about the title and shit. I forgot to change the title of it, so it just says Tarky grinding. Dude, we're off to such a good start. But yeah, the it poses a threat to people because it can mutate like all diseases or like all viruses and shit can. The worst case scenario is it turns into like something similar to Spanish flu. One of the things that made Spanish flu so dangerous was that it literally overwhelmed your immune system. If you were a young healthy adult, it turned having a good immune system into a very, very, very bad thing. Like it was the equivalent of trying to take a what was it? I remember hearing it in a video and I thought it was funny. It was like trying to remove facial acne with a shotgun.
Yeah, because with your immune system, there's different cells that do different things, and with the Spanish flu, it basically forces certain cells to come out from your immune system, and these cells, like you said, trying to remove acne with a shotgun, your immune system overreacts to the virus, and therefore it forces your body to kill itself. And it's similar to this virus is similar because it makes those same cells come out, and basically your immune system is damaging its own lungs, thus making it hard to breathe.
Yep. But it's not like these are isolated cases where it's killing people people with healthy. It's not like it's an isolated case where it's killing healthy adults, but at the same time, it's not like super common where you see people dropping like flies that are normally living healthy lifestyles.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's people that just get unlucky.
Very much so.
Yeah. But I feel like the craze has gone a little too much because I remember back to what I was saying earlier. I was going into that Kroger. I had to get milk. So I don't have a cart. I have like the basket you can carry on the side. I have my milk sitting in the back of it. And I'm just chilling there and I'm like, huh. Like I'm looking at shit and I'm like, huh, this is weird. Did I get stronger? Why is this like weighing less? An old dude is literally reaching in my basket trying to pull the fucking milk out.
What? Is it that? What?
Yeah. He wasn't like old. He was like maybe in his like late 40s, early 50s.
But some old guy came up to you
he's just trying to like I look at him like, what the fuck are you doing? Like it was the only time where I like, listen, I'm a pretty docile dude. I'm very docile. And that was the one time where I was like, dude, I'm finna fuck someone up. But I was more or less just appalled. Like, are you really that desperate? They just stocked it. I forgot about everything else I had to get. I just got what else I was gonna get in that aisle, and I just went to self checkout. And lo and behold, there was 3 police officers at the self checkout.
Mm-hmm. I
was like, I could ruin this dude's day.
Yeah,
but I am a merciful person.
I have a similar story like that. This is 2 weeks ago. I decided to get groceries at late at night. I work 3 to 11 shift. I get off at around midnight. Around this time, Walmart is still open, and they close at like around 1 o'clock. So I go over there, and it's ransacked. This is like the first day people freaked out and
Oh.
bought everything. There's no water, no nothing. A lot of meat's gone off the shelves and everything. And I see the last pack of Jif, double like large peanut butter jars. I'm the last one to get it. I grab it, and then lady comes up to me and is like, "Oh, you got the last one," and she has her kids next to her, and I'm just like, "Okay, I'm gonna take this though." This is, well, do you have a family? I'm like, does that matter? What the hell?
I just would have been like, yeah, till they acted like you. just
Yeah.
fucking
What?
just be super fucking hostile.
And then I'm like, no, but I'm gonna take this anyways. There's other peanut butter. Let me keep this in mind. It's the last Jif large thing. Okay, she wanted Jif. There's still Skippy. There's still like the other, off brands.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you though. If you got Jif extra crunchy though, I'm finna kill someone for that shit. Jif extra crunchy do kind of slap. Let's be real.
I'm not like hella like into like peanut butter like that, but I want peanut butter in my house, and I know that's probably gonna be an issue to find later, so I just bought it. And it led to an issue to the point that this lady was following me, like telling me a bunch of reasons why I don't deserve that peanut butter. And keep in mind, again, she has her kids with her. She's right there, and her kids are hearing this all. And her son is like telling her, like, "Mom, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's all right. It's not that big of a deal." And she's telling me a bunch of different ways again, like, I don't deserve this because she needs it more than me. And I'm like, I'm getting this peanut butter even more so because you're begging for it the way you are now. You don't deserve it.
Yeah.
And begging for it's not going to make you happy.
It's one thing like where you're like, oh, is that the last jar? It's like my kids really like this stuff. Is there any way you would be willing to give that to me? Not buy it. Like I would have been like that would have been the one where I was like, you know what?
If it was like, let me put it this way: if it was truly like the last jar of peanut butter at all,
like in the store and they didn't have a shipment,
in the store and they didn't have any more at all, I'd probably be like, you know what? Sure, I would go to Walgreens the next day.
Yeah. Anyways. For me though, that's not gonna happen. Like I live in a house with like what was it? Because of the Corona thing, my younger sister just moved back in with us because of college. So like, there's 4 other people in the house. Like, sorry, you're shit out of luck. Go get your fucking kid. Go get him a kid's cuisine. He'll like that shit.
Yeah, but it gets better. It gets to a point also that she's in my face, and she's a rather like heavy woman, and she's like on me practically. I'm like, girl, please, this is not necessary. I'm starting to get annoyed. I'm like, this is not necessary at all. And her son pushes her back, and then a police officer comes down the hall. She's screaming in the Walmart about it, like yelling. And I just walk away and like, I have no reason to stay here,
Yeah.
And then the son comes to me and says, I was able to convince her to get the Skippy. It's the same thing. And I'm like, okay, I don't care.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, you're just like I don't. You're like a sociopath. You're just like I don't fucking care. Like me, I can't
pretend to.
Like I would be like a sympathetic douche and was like, dude, thank you, but I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Like that's one of those stories you would have on like Reddit for like entitled parents.
Yeah.
But we really didn't like most of the time when we order groceries, we get them delivered because it's like more convenient for us. But the one day we did it, we needed eggs and milk.
Yeah.
This lady could not find any milk. So this is like the first week of like the scare. So no milk, couldn't find dozen packs of eggs. She could only find half dozens, so she got us 2 of them. We couldn't get like fresh meat.
All right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to someone. But we couldn't get like fresh beef, so we had to get canned stuff. And it was mainly like canned like shredded beef for like tacos and stuff. We got the chicken. It's actually surprisingly good. But dude, we got these tamales. Now listen, I have a bit of a track record with tamales. Have I told you this story?
No.
This is the only.
Keep with this story in the verse and then inform me afterwards.
No. I could tell you it's not inappropriate. This is the first time I've ever eaten tamales. It is New Year's Eve, my senior year of high school, or the night before New Year's Eve of my senior year of high school. Me and a couple buddies go to a Mexican restaurant. And I get this party platter for like 3 people, but it's me, so I'll eat the whole thing. It comes with like burritos, tacos, refried beans, guac, rice, and tamales on the side. 2 of them. Now,
2 tamales.
I'm cutting into them, eating them, and I'm like, these aren't that good. What the fuck is wrong with these? I eat like 1.5 tamales. I'm like, I don't feel too good. I'm kind of done. And that's when I realized, oh yeah, it's covered in a corn husk. It wasn't until I seen that binging. Listen, it wasn't until I seen that episode of Binging with Babish on how to make tamales where I was like, holy shit, I ate corn husks. What the fuck?
Idiot.
Yeah. And listen, these are canned tamales made by Hormel. It's like soaked in a chili sauce. So I open it up and it smells awful. I turn it on a plate because I'm expecting it to be like thick chili. No, it's just juice.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, it's pissing everywhere. So I take another plate, put the tamales on. I put them in the microwave for like 2 minutes. I pull them out and I open them. And I was like, I'm not making that mistake again. So I get all the husks off and I try it. And I'm like, nah, it wasn't the husk. If anything, the husk made it better. These just taste like shit. And then, like, listen, might I add, I ate these today at like noon. Like an hour before I got on to talk with you, I was in the bathroom feeling nothing but pain. Like, dude, pain. Like, I wouldn't wish that, like, I remember thinking, like, I should save some of this for my sister, but if I don't like it, I could probably give it to my dog. I'm glad I ate the whole fucking thing. Like, I would not wish this suffering on my family nor my dog.
And it just went straight through you. It was probably just bad.
Dude, it was like Popeyes, because that fucker's a sailor, and that shit went through me like a torpedo. It was not fun. No. Can we talk about Popeyes for a second, the restaurant?
I forgot all about them like for the last 3 weeks, dude.
Yeah, do you remember
fast food in a while?
Dude, do you remember when they released that sandwich and how people were going nuts over it? I never understood the hype. Like their spicy chicken sandwich or whatever, like I can get the same thing. I can get 2 of them for probably the same price at Burger King. And they're just as good. But I love the craze about it. One of my favorite pictures was it was 2 dudes with these bags full of these sandwiches, like at least 15 plus in both of these bags. And they're walking around pissed and shit because they just spent like maybe over $150 on sandwiches thinking they're about to make bank. I'm like, dude, these are the dudes that put entrepreneur in their Instagram bio and still live with their parents. Dude, and another one I seen was it was this tweet. It said finally got my hands on the Popeyes chicken sandwich. This shit good. And it is literally in the wrapper. And this dude, it looked like the dude just grabbed it out of someone's hand like a fucking like that claw.
Fiend.
Yeah, like a fiend. Just snatched it, gripped in their hands as tight as they could, and ran off. Because you could see the imprint of their fingers and the bite mark that it was in between. Dude, I was like, are y'all desperate for that? Desperate for a fucking sandwich? Oh my god.
Jeez. I don't even know what to say to that, dude, honestly.
Oh, dude. It was so fucking funny.
I bet.
But yeah, like, if you want a good spicy sandwich, like, what is it? The spicy chicken sandwich at Burger King's pretty good. And listen, I'm not saying that because I worked there for 3 weeks. I'm saying that because it is good. That shit made me like mayonnaise. I actually got in an argument with my sister a couple weeks ago over mayonnaise. So, like, you ever have like mayonnaise and tuna sandwich? You ever have that?
No, I don't like tuna that much.
Okay. So, like, how you make it, you take Miracle Whip and you mix it in with like a canned tuna and put it on a sandwich. It's really good.
Sure, yeah.
I was using just plain like Hellman's mayonnaise. Because, she was like, ew, you're doing this? Like, there's no difference. It's like, yeah, there is. I was like, what do you mean? It's like, Hellman's is more savory. Miracle Whip is sweet. It's like, it is not. And, like, we are having, like, a 5-minute shouting match. She just got home from school, and we are screaming this at each other. And eventually I'm like, I'll prove it. I stick my fucking hand in the jar of mayonnaise and just go whoop. Take the other hand, scoop a more reasonable 3 fingers and scoop it out and taste it. I'm like, you know what? You might be right on this. But I was like,
it's so vile and you know it.
Dude, I know it was vile, but I was so mad I just stuck my fucking hand in the jar of mayonnaise.
You stick your hand in a jar of mayonnaise. Are you proud of yourself? Do you feel like a better human being after you do that?
No, but there is this video I seen. It's this gigantic fucking bucket of Hellman's mayonnaise, and this dude just sticks his hand up to his elbow in it, and it made me so uncomfortable. I was like, what the fuck?
It would make me uncomfortable, dude.
Dude, like, if it makes me uncomfortable, it'll make you uncomfortable.
Jesus. That's just the point that you start asking, like, why?
Yeah, this is no longer a discussion about can we do it, but should we do it?
Yeah, I just don't think you should have.
This is what happens when you play with God.
I feel uncomfortable just thinking about that, dude.
Dude, it's so foul. But on the bright side, I at least enjoyed my tuna fish sandwich while playing Escape from Tarkov. That's an escape. Yeah, I played Tarkov for a bit though. I think it's a fantastic game. It has some things I don't like about it, but you get used to it. They actually added some new things.
I feel like there was something you wanted to. I feel like you carried on the conversation and you wanted to talk about something more when it came to like the current outbreak.
Yeah.
But you decided to talk about the tamale story instead.
Yeah.
What's that story exactly? I lost track.
The tamale story?
Well, there was something you wanted to lead into it, and you got more tracked into the.
I don't even remember, honestly.
Jesus.
Like, well, actually, come to think of it, I was going to talk about Foster because he was supposed to be on here because he's in the military. That was one of the people I wanted in here, you know, because you work, because like, what is the situation right now for you? Because though you're not a healthcare professional, you still work in a hospital setting. Like, how does that work for you?
Well, right now, a lot of the people, not even people who are healthcare professionals, such as nurses and other departments, they're not being used in certain floors. So right now, they're actually being forced to like do screening in ER or forced to go to other departments to help them. Like the other day, we had 2 nurses actually helping us clean rooms on other floors because they're not being used in another department. It's either they do that or they go home.
Damn! Imagine spending like 4 or 5 years of your life in college just to clean the floors of a hospital.
Pretty
That's
much.
tough, dude. Then again,
that's pretty much how they were pissed off about
it.
That they needed to keep working.
But I guess for people that are in the hospital because they are confirmed cases of COVID-19, fucking, you know, they're probably kept on a completely separate floor.
Oh yeah. There's right now we have 2 floors that are solely made just for patients or infected patients.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, it's terrible and I feel bad.
So you've seen the floor?
Someone has to go in and clean those rooms.
What's it? So what are
I've been on the floor.
Are you able to talk about those rooms and not get in trouble?
No, not really.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what are the,
because other hospitals are doing the same thing. They have to.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise they're gonna.
So yeah, what's it like in there?
Well, they just it's just a secluded area. It's nothing really to it.
Yeah. Taking you're not a doctor in there. Like I'm assuming like taking they're not.
I am the person that has to go in and grab the trash and all the the contaminated waste that they have.
Yeah, you said that you've had some pretty close calls in there too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did at the very beginning. There were, how can I put this? I was getting the trash, and some of the nurses, they're in a hurry, or other housekeepers are in a hurry. They don't tie the damn bags.
Oh.
And there's like some type of liquid from the ventilators tubing that they had, and it splashed on my face. And I closed my mouth and eyes immediately, and I was screaming because I was pissed.
I would be.
And one of the nurses heard me, and she saw the stuff splashed on my face, and she's like, "Oh my god!" She said, "Don't move." And she went to go get alcohol wipes, started wiping my face, and then as soon as she wiped my face and it dried, I was like, "You people need to tie the bags." Like seriously.
Yeah. Like just to like, if the easiest way to avoid a disease is not to freak out, it's just to have basic hygiene, like
Pretty much.
and just
Wash
common
your hands, don't
sense.
touch your face. That's
Yeah.
it. But some of the people lack certain. Just the people think it's an
Yeah.
excuse to be lazy these days, and it pisses me off. Like, dude, I have to go into this shit. Okay, I'm in there with you people. Let's
Yeah,
help each other.
you're
Okay?
in the stick of it. Like they're dealing with patients directly, but you have to deal with shit that like you don't know whether or not it's gonna be contaminated.
Nope. So that's the point. We all have to assume that it has.
Yeah,
It is.
like what is it? There's a guy in my county. I don't know who he is, but he contracted COVID, and he left the hospital. Like he didn't want treatment, and now the police are camped outside his house for 24/7 to make sure he doesn't try to spread it.
And that's an actual felony. That
Yeah,
can be considered.
it would basically be a felony if it isn't.
Something
it should be.
I'm wondering if there's any like cults out there that are actually thinking about spreading this crap.
Like the movie Quarantine. You've seen that movie, right?
Yeah, exactly. The movie Quarantine.
It was
people trying to spread it.
If I remember correctly, that movie was based on a Spanish horror flick called Wreck. Those are really good movies. It's like
First Quarantine.
It's not really like found footage. It's sort of found footage, kind of. But I think it's
it's more POV kind of movie.
Yeah, it's a solid movie though. Yeah, that movie came out around the time Cloverfield did too.
Yeah.
Like those like have you seen like all the Cloverfield movies? I think there's like 3 of them.
No, I haven't. Not really.
Dude, it's insane. Like I'm not gonna go into detail about the universe behind it, but dude, it's so crazy. Like when I seen one of them and it described how like the monster that attacked New York in the first film came about, and I was like, that is fucking crazy. But jeez. Yeah, one of the thing, Foster, who's supposed to be on here, he's in the military. He was on assignment, and he's back home for hometown recruiting. I'm assuming that's one of the things you do when you're in the military, when you start in the military. But COVID thing hit, and he was supposed to return back to where he was stationed, but he can't. So he's basically got a free vacation. But I feel like most things haven't changed for people in the military. It's just you got to practice. They're probably gonna be more strict about hygiene.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Probably the social distancing. It's just gonna be how it is here, how we are in our daily lives, but a lot more strict.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude.
But I know in California they're apparently mobilizing the National Guard.
I know in Chicago they sent the National Guard in because Midway Tower, the air traffic control tower, someone got infected, and they needed people to go in and operate it after it was cleaned, because all the workers got sent home.
Yeah, that was what is it? There's a buddy of mine in another Discord. He's a police officer, and he has to deal with that shit day in and day out. he's actually stuck at home now because of I don't think he has COVID, but he is sick. So that's one of the big risks of being a police officer now. It's being a police officer it's already dangerous enough as it is, but the possibility of contracting something that could take you down in a matter of like a week or two, probably quicker than that, is just frightening.
It's messed up, really. It is. Like, how would you react to it if you actually ended up having that stuff, dude?
I mean, honestly, like the first thing I would do is leave my house, because all my siblings are younger than me. My grandmother, obviously, is older than me. I don't know why the fuck I was about to say that. No, but my grandmother's the most susceptible here. So like the first thing I would do is call her and just let her know that like I am sick. Like I need you to get away from me. I need to get to the hospital, because that would be the first thing I do, is just get to the hospital. If anything, I might call the ambulance, just because, I don't want to risk getting other people sick.
Yeah.
I don't freak out about stuff like this, because I'm not going to claim to be like the cleanest person in the world, but at the same time, I have decent enough hygiene, and like I know my immune system is strong enough to where it could put up a fight for a bit. I don't know if that's how it works, but I've seen Osmosis Jones. I'm assuming I got.
You've seen Osmosis Jones,
dude. I've seen Osmosis Jones. That movie fucks. Listen, dude. Like, you.
Okay.
That movie's so fucking good. I don't care what anyone says.
He said Osmosis Jones. What are you talking about?
Dude, it's got Bill Murray. It's a good movie.
Bill Murray's in that?
Yeah, Bill Murray. The bacteria, antibodies and stuff is inside of Bill Murray's body. Yeah, it's all inside of Bill Murray's.
Murray.
Yeah.
I forgot for a second who Bill Murray was.
Yeah,
say hi for Fosher. I haven't seen you in a while. Say hi to me. Give me attention. I'm not gonna give you any attention. Fuck you. I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, I'm just talking to Waylon. He said he's a little podcast right now. Yeah. Sorry.
Are you streaming?
Yeah, I'm streaming. Just chill. Streaming just a stream.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were streaming too, but yeah, this is a good movie. But I feel like this code, because my siblings are out of school too, so they've been out of school for a few weeks. They are thinking of coming back to school on April 20th, 420, which I think is fucking hilarious. It's like, we're going back on International Pod Day. I was like, this is what I get. This is what we do for Hitler's birthday. Is let the kids back in school. Fuck that.
Jesus.
like I don't think people realize that y'all if y'all celebrated that shit in Germany or Israel, y'all be fucked.
Yeah.
They don't forget. But what was it? The place I worked at for my seasonal job, I was just working in the back, like backstocking merchandise, or I was unloading trucks. That was the job I was gonna do, and I was like, this is taking. I sent the application in, and it was gonna be part-time. It wasn't gonna be seasonal. And I was like, this is taking an awfully long time to go through corporate. In the day I'm supposed to schedule, the day I could schedule my interview, I didn't bother scheduling it, but I went in because I got my tax returns done, so I went in to pay a couple bills because I had a credit card for them, and I was telling them about that, and they were like, "Oh, we're closing." I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like, because of the Corona scare, we're closed until April 1st. And
what do you mean?
Like, they're closing the whole store because of the Corona scare. So she's like, it'll reopen. We'll reopen on April 1st. And I chuckle and say, that's a good joke, but I knew she was serious, but she didn't get it at all. She was like, no, we are closing on April 1st. I was like, okay, no one can take a joke around here. So I was like, fuck. But I paid that bill off, went to a vintage game store for 30 minutes from my place, and got the N64. Then I ordered, I got Perfect Dark with that because I didn't have GoldenEye. Dude, some of those games are pretty expensive.
Oh yeah, definitely. Why wouldn't they?
Perfect Dark cost me like $15. I went on eBay and I bought, what was it called? I bought GoldenEye for like $25. They had, what was it? They still had at that vintage game store, they had Donkey Kong unopened in the box with the Rumble Pack inside of it. It was going for like $60. They had Star Fox for like $80. Mario Kart 64 in the box, $120. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that like games made back then with such limited hardware could be so timeless and so playable.
Yep.
Like
I feel the same way about same with that Kingdom Hearts and Resident Evil.
I love it, dude. I got Resident Evil 2 on my PS1 right here. I haven't played her in a bit, but I should definitely do it. I'm starting to get my collection going again. When I was a kid, I had every console imaginable. I was easily like, if I had it today, I'd easily have $6,000 in my pocket if I felt like selling it. But I at least have my Sega Dreamcast. I have a PS2, PS3, PS4, PS1, N64. I did have a 360, but I'm giving that to a buddy of mine. That's really all the consoles I got right now. I think we have a Wii somewhere.
I'd play PS2 games, but I think I'd rather just end, honestly.
No, I can't. I wouldn't emulate it. I do have an emulator. The only game I emulate is Fight Night Round 3, but you know, if I could get my PS2 to work, I would do it. I would probably play it on my PS2. But the game I really want to get is Manhunt.
Oh, dude. Manhunt's a game I haven't heard in a while, too,
People,
dude.
listen. The news gives game... I remember when that game... I don't remember, but when that game came out, they gave it a bad rap. But honestly, Rockstar did that intentionally. They did it to show that this is what
Give credit where a good game is a good game.
Yeah, that is a good... Like, the stealth system, even today, but for its time, was really well done. It was basic line of sight and darkness.
Oh, yeah. Fosher wants to come into this server. Wants to know.
Yeah.
You can come in and call.
Yeah. What's his
name?
name?
Invite him. Photoman. Are you in the server, Fosher?
He should be.
Wayland's Discord server.
I don't think he is.
His name is I Eat Snow.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, I found it. But yeah, one of the things people don't get about... Oh yeah, there he is. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up, boys?
For sure. I haven't seen you in a while, you fucking Lithuanian cunt.
Yo.
Yeah, we have the Lithuanian here. And good thing we're talking about Manhunt, so we have
last one available.
Yeah, we have the we have a direct line to that, but not only that, we also have a director of a snuff film in here.
Oh yeah, that's the second one, right?
No. The first one you were taking out the director. The second one was just horseshit. The second one was awful. Like, I remember watching like a review on it, and I realized how truly like disgusting it was.
Yeah.
Because like, listen, if you pay attention to the first Manhunt, the guy James Earl Cash, you know, he's a murderer, but he knew what he did was wrong. And not only that, when you see him kill him, like, they're
sorry for it. He was actually sorry.
And not only that, like, when you seen his family get captured in the game, they killed him off anyway after he saved him. He had emotion, so like, he's not like the stone cold killer.
That's true.
But one of the things about that game, one of the things I hated about Manhunt 2 was that the only thing they did was use mental illness as an excuse for violently and brutally murdering people. It was like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Don't
get me wrong. I definitely looked up YouTube videos on Manhunt 2 executions because it's intriguing to watch. But at the same time, not about to fucking play that shit. There's literally a part in the game where you hear like this little girl scream for help as you're running by a house, and her dad's literally just protecting him. I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to take a piss, BRB.
But yeah.
That was quick.
But yeah, when it came to Manhunt, like, even though the game was running on limited hardware, they put like a lo-fi VHS filter over it, and it looked fantastic.
That's what I liked about it.
Yeah. Not only that, the music was really well done. The ambiance was fantastic. Like, I gotta...
it was like a really good feel. It actually felt like
Yeah.
It's a snuff film.
But that was the point of it. Like, Rockstar made that game because they wanted to show what news outlets was making Grand Theft Auto out to be. So when this game drew all that attention, that's pretty much just what they said. Like, we made this game because that's what they're saying our other games are. Not only that, is they said it was like that whole snuff film craze in like the early 2000s. Like, they weren't making a game to turn you on to snuff films. They were doing it to keep you away from it.
Also make like an awareness of it almost.
Yeah. Manhunt 2, like, more or less was just a vile piece of trash.
That was just taking it.
Yeah, it was just a tasteless game.
It was in bad taste.
Yeah, it was in horrible taste. Honestly, if they brought Manhunt back, I feel like they should just just bring back James Earl Cash, if not just remaster the first one, because I would gladly play the first Manhunt again. But
That's one thing we could probably talk about as we're playing it.
Yeah.
You can probably emulate it, but I feel like you just want to give so much respect to the game.
No, it's not just that. I've tried emulating it. It soft locks in the end. It soft locks when you try to start the game.
I see.
Man,
it's like anti-piracy.
Yeah, basically. That's whatever.
That's unfortunate.
I would play it on my PS2, but the DVD drive's broke. I remember I was trying to get to work, and I was like, "What the fuck isn't it working?" So I took it apart, and I literally pulled out the game, and I was like, "Oh yeah, GTA 3."
What the fuck?
It's like,
what a good game, huh?
Yeah. Nothing better than turn on GTA 3 and listening to Game FM where they had only 2 fucking songs on it. Like, listen, GTA 3 is probably one of my favorite ones, just because it's like one of the first Grand Theft Autos that really took off. But I thought it was a fun game. It's definitely has
Liberty City on PSP.
Liberty City Stores. I played on PS2. Dude, that fucking soundtrack, Game FM soundtrack that had DMX and all those other dudes was so good. My favorite GTA soundtrack though is Vice City. I love the
San Andreas, bro.
Nah, I don't care. I don't. Dog, they added a country station and that's it.
What? Which one?
San Andreas. They had a country station.
Bro,
Don't get
San Andreas had the best, bro. It has
listen.
No name. That's all you need.
Listen, they had Radio X. I'll give them that. Like, I love the soundtrack in that game, but I love the Miami Vice vibe. Like, every time...
Vice City.
Yeah, every time I see Vice City, I get happy. Because I know for a fact Out of Touch by Hall & Oates is playing, and that is one of my favorite songs. Like, I love that song.
Okay, but overall, the game is better. GTA San Andreas.
Oh, yeah, GTA San Andreas is better, like, flat out.
It's probably one of the better GTAs you can ever play.
And it still holds up today. Like, if you're going to play, like, honestly, to anyone out here, if you've never played GTA San Andreas, buy a PS2 and buy the original PS2 copy. Do not emulate it. Do not buy the fucking remat. Do not buy the next gen console versions. They are absolutely awful and the game is broken. The game is broken. Just go out there, and not only that, when they say it's a resolution upgrade, it went from 480 to like 540. And all they did was they took turtle wax and they just wiped it on everything and made it shine. That's literally all it looks like. It looks like just shiny clay. Just do yourself a favor and go buy the original game.
Just buy the one on Steam, bro.
Yeah, you can get it on Steam too. Speaking of that, like
I
won that. Yeah, I do remember this. One thing, at least Rockstar is not like doing this cunty shit that Bethesda did back in the day. This is around the time Skyrim Special Edition came out, where it was just remastered. They took down they took down the original Skyrim, and like everyone was just review bombing it, and a couple people were like, "Yeah, they just doing this shit to be greedy bitches. Here's the original." And I was like, "Thank you, sir. You're doing God's work." So I took that and I bought Skyrim, put like 100 hours in it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ride a bike. Probably not. I don't know.
Ride a bike.
And like that's one of the things though. I feel like Skyrim today is what Doom was like a few years after it came out, in the sense that it would literally get ported to everything. Because, you know, you got Skyrim on PS3, 360, on PC. It's been ported to damn near every fucking thing that has come out. Honestly, within the next few years, when phones get more powerful, I guarantee you they're going to port it to phones.
Dude, that would be so sick.
You could probably put the damn thing in a 360 and get the loading screen to boot. Not a 360.
VR already exists, right? Skyrim? Skyrim VR already exists, right?
Yeah, Skyrim VR does exist.
Good.
It'd be cool if it did.
I wish Skyrim Very Special Edition did exist, like from that Key and Peele skit where they were using Alexa to play it. Like, I low-key would play that. Like, I'm not even bullshitting. I would just be sitting in bed, just about to doze off. It's like, you appear in Whiterun. What will you do? It's like, fucking wait like 12 hours. Fuck you, bitch. Just go to sleep.
I'm dead. Yeah. Place,
Dude, what are you playing? This game looks trash.
Teamfight Tactics is League of Legends.
Oh yeah, he's playing that. But yeah, I take this as you will. I feel like Skyrim was kind of overrated. Is it?
I never played it.
Yeah,
I never played any Skyrim games.
Overrated?
I feel like it was kind of overrated. Listen, I never played Witcher, so I can't say much. But Skyrim does get a little too much credit sometimes.
I feel like the time it was released.
When it came out, listen, I did play. Listen, like Skyrim, those games. I didn't play that. I didn't play Skyrim till I was like 16. So we're talking like 2014. I played the shit out of it. I probably logged it.
When was it released?
2011.
11, yeah.
So this game's been out almost 10 years.
Oh well, I also played it I played it 2012 or some shit.
Yeah, I played Skyrim so much that I managed to get my brother into it. And my brother was at that age where he's very impressionable and would do anything I did. So if I started skateboarding, he would start skateboarding. He's still pretty impressionable today. Like, he listens to the same music I listen to. But dude, when I started playing Skyrim, dude, that's all he wanted to play too. Like, I remember we had to share what was it? He accidentally used my hard drive from my Xbox and put his save on there.
Video games.
And fucking, we literally had to take turns with the fucking hard drive so he could play. Because we didn't have a USB stick to transfer his save onto and just put it on his fucking, it made me so angry. But dude, damn. I remember because I had the old Xbox where it had the hard drive that stuck out on the side. I remember when that damn thing broke and I was so upset. Like, I was so upset. I remember I had this was before they had the internal Wi-Fi adapter.
Oh, yeah,
you had to buy it to plug it in. My buddy gave me that. I plug it in one day after rearranging my room, and the fucking thing that it connects on the inside just snapped out, and it just bricked my fucking console.
It bricked your shit?
Dude, it straight bricked it. So I had to throw out my Xbox. I still had the hard drive, but I put on my Instagram, I was like, I'm trading this for like a 360 or something. If you want to do this trade, hit me up. A guy I went to school with hit me up about it, and I was like, I'll do it. But he brings the Xbox, and that's when I realized he doesn't have the right kind of Xbox. He has like the newest version of the 360. It's not the black one that has the sensor that you touch and it just turns on. It has it has like that small button that you press, and it only runs through HDMI. So that was two problems. I had to run it through HDMI, which means I couldn't take it into my room, and not only that, I had to play it downstairs and have a new save. So I was pretty much fucked. I was not happy about it.
Fucked.
Because the only reason I was trading the Yeti that I had at the time was because the laptop that I did have broke. In fact, that was the laptop In fact, when I got that laptop fixed and met, sorry, that's the one I was using at the time.
Oh.
But I at least had the Yeti, so it didn't sound like I was talking through a hallway made out of dog shit. Yeah. I do miss those days, though, when I could just play video games and fucking just get lost.
Well, now you
I haven't had that feeling in a game in a while, mainly because I'm playing mainly multiplayer games.
Yeah. Actually, that did happen to me the other day, because when GoldenEye came in, I pulled that sucker out. I just held it. It was just like, dude, I swear to God, everything froze, and I was just like, I felt like I was fucking 6 again, and I was just like, man.
I honestly don't understand that amount of euphoria you can get from a video game.
It was just something
I really had
because for me, like, where I grew up, it was a small rural town in Kentucky. And, like, I had a few friends here and there, but for the most part, I was just playing video games because not a lot of people were too fond of me. I wasn't, like, I'm not gonna say that I was like this super nice kid. I was a bit of a doucher, but like at the same time, I wasn't like a constant. Yeah, I wasn't like a constant asshole to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like most people just didn't like me because like I was just annoying. Let's be real, I'm pretty fucking annoying.
Okay.
But did you not hear what I said?
In our own right.
No, did you not hear what I said before? I guess my mic didn't pick me up.
Yeah, you cut out.
Yeah, that I was like,
you say you're annoying though.
Yeah, but as a kid, I was pretty fucking annoying, so that's why people didn't like me too much.
Yeah.
But I play like even though I had like even though I had like a Wii and a PS3 and a PS2 and an Xbox, like I was drawn to my Nintendo. All I played was GoldenEye and Ocarina of Time. I still have never beaten Ocarina of Time. I know the ending, but like I don't plan on looking up a walkthrough on how to beat it. Like my goal, like I'm serious, take this as you will, but my goal is to get Ocarina of Time for my Nintendo and play it from the beginning to end. And when I beat it, I'm probably going to sob uncontrollably because of a life goal I've had. Because I remember when I was like 12, we had some shit going on. My dad went to jail. And what was it? We couldn't stay in the house any longer. Like, we couldn't pay the bills and stuff. So we decided, me and my mom and all of us moved in with my grandmother. But I did not get to take... I could barely take anything with me. I didn't even get to take the fucking N64 that I had. So I literally had nothing, just the clothes and just the clothes and a couple toys. That was it.
So you like, spent like a lot of the time on the video games.
Yeah. So like my goal is to just get Ocarina of Time again, play through it and beat it without having to look up a walkthrough, because one of the reasons that Ocarina of Time became so popular was because of how difficult it was, and at the time there was no internet. So people asked for help through word of mouth, or they talked about it pretty much. And that's one of the things I want to do is, like, if I need help, I'm going to ask someone. But if not, I'm just going to figure it out myself. So far, I've been playing it on my Dolphin emulator, and I have beaten the fucking one temple in the desert. I think I
understand what you're talking about. Like, you want to complete it without any help because you never finished it as a kid.
Yep. Because
that's exactly how I feel with Smash Brothers Melee.
Because
I never understood how to beat certain parts of it.
Yeah, because as a kid, one of the things I could never beat was the one temple. What was the temple? It was the Shadow Temple.
The Shadow.
Because I didn't know where to find the Eye of Truth, and I remember, what was it? While playing the emulator, I was trying to figure out where it was, and eventually I realized I had this thought, like, what about the Happy Mask Shop? Because I know one of the masks is called the Mask of Truth, and I thought maybe you use that, you take it into the future, it turns into the Eye of Truth. I was wrong, and then that's when I found out that the well that drains, when you drain the well, it actually is a passageway that takes you to an area that gives you the Eye of Truth. That's where I figured.
I've only ever played Ocarina of Time. Not Ocarina of Time. I played Wind Waker, and I remember like the dungeon you can go into, and I'd get so far, and I can never beat a certain part. That's another game I like. Understand. I want to go back and beat that part of the.
I've been playing Wind Waker. Like, it's game has aged very well. Like, stylistically speaking, the art style is timeless. Like, it is never never gonna age. Mechanics have aged very well.
That's one thing about some Nintendo games. They're smart with not trying to seem new during those times. They just want to have their own thing.
Yeah, like even like, what is it? Twilight Princess is one of my favorite. It's the only Zelda game I've beaten. It's one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games ever. I put in the Dolphin emulator and I run it at standard resolution, and it still looks beautiful. I put that shit in 1080p, and I put like anti-aliasing and all that shit, and it looks gorgeous. These games have held up so well, and the game came out like 15 years ago. Like this is gonna sound really weird, but if there's one thing I wish I could do, is that I would like to start off at day one, the day I was born at the age I am now, and just live like a week in each year. So like I live a week in 1 week in like 1998, 1 week in 1999, so on and so forth.
Do you like relive it like a movie, or do you get to make your choices all
like
over again?
Almost like a movie in a sense, but I can still interact with it, but it doesn't affect anything. Like
a Telltale game.
Yeah, sort of like that. I wish I could do that because, like, dude, I would love to just go into like an EB Games, buy a copy of a like Resident Evil 2 or something, and just open that shit up and play it. Because nowadays, like that whole like mystique of buying a brand new game is kind of lost now, especially since we're largely digital age now. Like the whole idea of of buying copies of video games is pretty much gone now.
Except for consoles, I guess.
No, consoles you can still do it, but
yeah, for PC though, yeah.
Yeah, for PC, like the first PC game I ever played was Doom. And that was the shareware version. I remember back when discs were still a thing on PC. If you bought, those G.I. Joe toys you could buy, like the miniature ones, not the full-size ones. The miniature ones you bought came with a game disc, and it had video games on it that you could play. That was all I used to play as a kid besides the N64. So, I grew up playing nothing but video games.
Same, bro.
But yeah, back to...
Sounds like he's playing a video game right now.
Yeah.
You clicking around right now, man?
I got GTA San Andreas on disc, and
it
came with the map.
Oh. Wait, what's your name in here?
This.
Oh, yeah, it says you're offline. That's why we didn't see you in here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I have so many people listed under friends. I got one IRL buddy in this Discord, and that's Jack.
Jack,
yeah.
Big Relish.
Yeah. He was he was like, dude, should I fuck with your admin? I was like, why? He's like, because he plays World of Tanks on Xbox. I was like, sure, but like, don't go crazy. Like, I don't even remember what he said, but Duck was just more or less confused and a little bit sick about it. But I was like, yo, just ignore him. He's not gonna bother you. Like that. Yeah, I told him like, listen, you don't get this. Jack does not use Discord. He will never use it. I just got him in here because he wanted to be in here. Like if he starts posting crazy shit in here, like I'll handle it. Don't worry about it. I don't even think he posted anything besides what he said to Doug. But yeah. I got some goofy friends, to be real with you.
Really, dude? Isn't that the same guy that stuck his finger in his belly button and put it in your mouth?
No.
Yeah.
No. He stuck it in my nose. He did that to our friend. He did it to our friend in a wheelchair. He did it to our friend in a wheelchair. Okay, for context. We have a friend named Josh who has Frederick's ataxia. I don't know. Hold on. Let me look it up. Because
I know what it is.
Yeah. Still though, I'm gonna look it up anyway.
Let's put some awareness on this shit.
Yeah, awareness, bro. So it's a rare genetic disease that causes difficulty walking, loss of sensation in the arms and legs, and impaired speech. So yeah. He has that. And my buddy Josh, to this day he still sounds like a kid. Like, yeah, I believe it. And I have a great story about him. One day he the new Ratchet, the Ratchet and Clank remake or whatever came out, and he was streaming it to 15 people, and he started talking, and everyone fucking left. I was like, that is tough. Another time we had some randoms playing with us, like, yo, who is this chick? I was like, that's our buddy Josh. I was like, what the fuck? And they left. But okay, my dinner's ready. But as I was saying, he has Frederick's ataxia, so he's in a wheelchair. We're in class, and Jack and our buddy Cade runs to we didn't have desks. We had these big tables that had chairs that you would sit at. He snuck up there because he wasn't supposed to be sitting with them. This is our junior year, so we're 17. Yeah. Jack is knuckle deep in his belly button. He pulls out a big wad of lint, and he doesn't let Josh know, but he lets Cade know. And he's like, I think he distracted Josh. He's like, Josh, what's that over there? Like, look at Kate. And the second Josh looked away and had his mouth open, he just wiped it across his teeth, dude. And you literally watch as he like wipes it with this fucking, tries to wipe it out of his mouth with his fucking hands, and he's like spitting and shit. And dude, I am like 10 feet away, and I am fucking crying while seeing this. I am crying.
Gross.
I'd be mad.
Dude, I'd be so mad. You have no idea.
Dude, it gets so much better. I look over at them. Kate is like fucking cackling, almost about to collapse. Jack is literally fucking crying. He is laughing so hard he is not making noise. He is like frozen in place. He is catatonic. It is so fucking funny. Dude, I couldn't handle it. It was unbelievable. Holy shit.
God damn.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab my dinner real quick. I'll be back in like 10. I believe y'all can keep the show going.
There's a show?
What you been up to? I haven't really talked to you in a while.
Yeah, bro, same. How are you? You good?
I'm working in a hospital now.
Oh, like currently? How's that going?
Virus is going around right now.
Yeah, I heard about it. Wait, what state are you in?
I mean, basically in Chicago.
Oh. Do you guys have like supplies and shit? Like enough supplies?
We're okay.
Damn, because in Lithuania we're kind of lacking, bro. Like we have like 400 or 500 fucking doctors infected.
No, it's not.
Oh wait,
bad.
Wait, that's probably not true, but we have quite a few doctors infected. Damn.
Oh wait, you guys have actual like healthcare staff infected over there? What?
Yeah, because we don't have enough supplies, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't help but at all right now. But it's all right. It's not crazy. It's just a lot of people are doing dumb shit. Like the other day, they had me on trash, and they didn't have anyone on trash at all for 4 hours. So shit was just piling. And I was working in surgery at the time. It was ridiculous.
Wait, are you a nurse or a doctor?
No, I'm not a nurse. I'm basically the person that cleans surgery rooms when they're done.
Oh, okay. Disinfecting and shit?
Yeah, after they're done using it.
Damn. It's gotta be tough.
It's not tough. It's not tough at all, actually. It's actually rather easy. It's just tedious work. It's cleaning, housekeeping.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, it's gotta be tough, like, the virus and shit. In a hospital. It's like the last place I want to be.
Yeah, where would you want to be then? If it's not the last place you want to be, where's the first place you want to be? Don't say you want to be at home.
I want to be at home and I want to have weed, bro. But
you want to have weed.
God damn, dude.
At least this is the time to get it. At least right now, because there's like no who's gonna fucking do anything or they're gonna arrest you.
Yeah, but
what?
Man, I don't have any.
What do your dealer got infected?
I don't have a dealer. I usually just fucking like chill with my friends.
That's one thing I'm worried about. Like, you hear about people like working Uber Eats and DoorDash, buying things for their clients and stuff. I wonder how the drug dealers are getting around right now.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a drug dealer, how would you work this out right now? If you wanted to sell stuff,
just leave it at the door, bro. Just like food delivery.
Just like food delivery. Yeah, we got your drugs here.
Just edibles. Sell edibles.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Are you getting your UBI, bro? Soon?
My what?
Your 1K or 2K? No, 1K.
What are you talking about?
Your UBI. Or I mean, I don't know if you're.
Oh, universal basic income.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting it soon. I think they just passed the bill today or yesterday, and yeah.
Yeah, the stimulus bill. Bernie got a lot of people, helped a lot of people with who got laid off.
Who?
Bernie Sanders.
He didn't get elected. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, he helped with the stimulus bill. So a lot of people who got like laid off from the virus, um, they're gonna get paid like I don't know how many months of their salary, but
I guess I don't really care about that stuff right now. I think no one's paying attention to like candidates at all right now.
well, yeah, but it's gonna like fucking save a bunch of people.
Sure.
Damn. Well, besides the virus, bro, how you been before the virus?
I was okay.
Anything change in the past?
Not
2
really.
years? Year?
I see you playing, a lot of Halo.
What? I've never played Halo in my life.
You never played Halo?
No.
Someone's playing Halo. I thought you were a photo man on stream.
No, I don't stream.
On Steam.
Oh, no, I'm Steven McCuffis. Got me mixed up, bro. Someone else.
I've returned.
Yep, we were just catching up while you were gone.
All right.
Talking dirty.
Let me catch my breath.
We're gonna get you banned.
Nice.
Wait, are you also streaming?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's streaming.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Did you block me?
No. I did that to everyone.
What?
I'm out of breath. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Oh no, he has the virus. He's out of breath. He can't breathe.
Yeah, dude.
Have there been any good like memes coming out of this entire ordeal at all?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen a couple.
Like what? Flash it on your stream. Tell him what's up.
What the fuck? I don't see your stream, bro. I'm getting mad. What's your stream? Did you change your...
It's on Mixer.
He's on Mixer.
Oh.
I knew he was gonna... I knew it. He's on Mixer.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. He's on Mixer.
He's on Mixer.
Why would you go on Mixer, bro?
He's on Mixer. What a dummy. Stupid.
Bro, why would you go on Mixer?
It wasn't a meme, but
He just doing it because he doesn't support
Twitch.
Getting viewers.
But listen, it wasn't a meme, but I seen David Tell say it and it had me fucking wheezing. Him and Jeff Ross were talking about the whole Corona thing, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm currently quarantined in New York right now." I was like, "What's that like?" It's like, "Well, everyone's infected. It means my days of riding a city bike without any panties on is over."
That's actually a pretty good impression too.
That's not David. That is not Jeff Ross. I was talking about David Tell. That's what he filmed. It was so funny. But yeah, well, I was telling you before, like in high school, dude. Like, listen, me and my buddies now, like, apart, like, we can stir things up, but we're pretty docile. But dude, you get us together, like, we're fucking menaces to society. Like, dude, if me and my 4, like, buddies that I talk to constantly, like, if we lived under, like, one of those dumb streamer houses, dude, we would easily be a sitcom in the making. Like, we would be Letterkenny, but American.
Damn.
Dude.
Tell some stories, bro.
Yeah. Like, give us an example of, like, what would go down. I can only imagine Jack, but Jesus Christ, I don't know about you.
Dude,
you do more,
I'm more
service to him than you do to yourself.
I'm more of the sleeper guy. I generally speaking,
you're basically the person that says something writes something funny, and the laugh track comes after.
No. No, what's up, Doug? No, I'm usually like, I try to be funny around them, but it's hard to be funny around the funniest dudes you know. But like, usually I'm the dude that's like, generally speaking, I'm pretty chill, but at the same time, like, I'll have that one moment where I'll have everyone fucking losing it. What was it? I can't really think of anything we've done recently. I'm thinking of like shit in high school. This isn't really shit we did. This is more or less shit that's happened.
Wait, how old are you right now?
I'm 21.
He's 20.
I'm turning 22. I'm turned 22 in October.
Sorry, didn't know.
How old are you now?
Up, bro.
Years. I think you're like what? 19. 18.
And
18 going on 19 or just 18?
In like 2 months, it'll mark.
In
2 months, it'll mark 3 years since I've graduated.
Damn.
But my senior year, I took a rec sports class. It was literally just gym for seniors, and a bunch of people were in there, but literally just cocks. We had one chick in there for like a week, and eventually she was like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here." And no, she has nothing to do with it. We had a guy there named Adam. He changed his name. I'm not gonna give out his full name, but I'll tell you afterward, like this story, because it has me fucking crying every time I think about it. But there was this kid in our class named Jake, and like take like that whole Chad mentality where it's like a douchey ass fucking kid that plays sports. That's him. Yeah. He would so our buddy Adam, he's like a little bit bigger than me. He's got like afro, like a Jerry curl. He's a nice dude. But dude, fucking Jake would treat him like shit. Dude, I remember one day he was like, because he would do this on occasion, he'd take like basketballs or dodgeballs and just throw it and try to drill Adam in the head. I remember one day he did it, drilled him in the back of the head with a fucking basketball. Adam starts crying, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like in the middle of the basketball court, and he's like, "I hate all of you." And dude, my buddy Sam walks by me, who's like the nicest, most chill dude ever, and he's like, "Bro, fuck that. I ain't coming to school tomorrow." I was like, "All right." My grandmother would still make me go. Nothing came of it, but, you know. Yeah, Jake kid was a fucking asshole.
There's always an asshole, especially in...
Yeah. I mean, my buddy, Jack and them, like, he was my bully in high school, sort of. Like, when I met him, like, I knew of him, but I really started talking to him, like, my sophomore year of high school. And what was it? I walked up to him, and the first words out of my mouth, and I remember this vividly, is like, I was like to him and a couple of his buddies, like, "You guys listen to Tool?"
Oh no,
that's just shit, isn't it? I recently started getting into Tool, not necessarily Tool. I got into Perfect Circle. I really like that.
Yeah, Perfect Circle's a good band. Tool is too, but dude, they ripped into me for it. But
really,
yeah, but. When they, like, my junior year of high school, they found out about the whole situation with my parents. You know about it. And, dude, it was relentless. But the reason why they kept doing it was because I would keep getting mad about it. Honestly, their bullying helped me become a better person because I opened up more. Like, how I act now was nothing compared to what I was up until, like, maybe the halfway point of my senior year of high school. I was very quiet, very timid. I didn't really talk that much. But eventually I started to come out more, start talking to people more. And that was all I did. And it was so amazing. Like once I came out of my shell, dude, I was a completely different person.
Boomed.
Yeah. But it was bad in the beginning. I like had no filter whatsoever, and I said whatever the fuck was on my
Pizza
mind.
time.
Hey Rich, thanks for the follow, brother. I appreciate that.
Hey, bro, thanks.
But yeah.
I don't know why you're a mixer, but thanks, bro. Yeah, damn, dude. You got, like, Stockholm Syndrome. These bullies.
But, yeah, basically. But, like, he really did help me, though. Because, he made me realize that I should stop taking shit so seriously and just realize, like, at the end of the day, like, who fucking cares?
True.
Because, like, you know, it helped me grow as a personality that once I got out of high school, I realized, like, none of the shit that happened back then is going to matter. Like, if they bring it up, like, it's just something to laugh at. Like, dude, I have so many fucking cringy fucking stories from when I was in high school.
I can just tell you about how much of an asshole I was in high school. That's all I can say.
Dude, you have a story that, to this day, makes me fucking wheeze. And just blows me away because, like, in a way, I was connected to it.
Well, in a mild way.
In a very minute way, I was connected to, and I just think that's so funny. Dude, I remember.
Can I hear it?
I never told you about this, sir. I told you a lot.
I don't know. Like, What is the story about?
When I was in San Antonio, when I was living out there, there was a group that was basically an emo gang, and they were called the Wolfpack. Oh no, exactly. Oh no,
sounds horrible.
It gets better.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't get better actually. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Within the first week is me going to this school, there was this girl I met, and she was like being heavily bullied, like brutally bullied, by like a couple of guys, and all I did is just stick up for her, like, dude, like, guys, leave her fucking alone, just Jesus Christ. And she was like, you know, the typical.
Basically, he was being a simp.
Yeah,
he was not being a simp. He was being a fucking hero, dude.
Oh my god.
Hero, I was being your knight in fucking shining armor.
Yep. Yeah.
Anyways, all I did is just stick up for her, and they were making fun of her because she has like 2 different colored eyes, and she was like brown. I don't know. They were being like crazy.
Awesome though.
Yeah, it was cool. But that's all I ever did. I didn't really know her outside of that. And keep in mind this is like my first week or day at that school, so I didn't really know much about her. So hold on, I'm playing League of Legends at the same time.
If my memory wasn't so shit, I would tell the whole thing.
Yeah, we're winning. It's just I'm trying to like end the game. Anyways, she was in my last hour class, and she was like happy about that. What happened was she stalked me. Let me just like fast forward. She stalked the shit out of me. She got a couple of her friends to like figure out where I live. Basically,
whoa.
She got like she was able to get my class schedule. She would show up at the like outside my classes, even though she didn't go to them. And the big like ending to this entire story is that I had a friend named Daniel, and he knows her very well. They went to school with each other, and he knows like shit she's done in the past. So what? Jesus Christ!
I'm actually scared. What has she done in the past?
She's basically done the same shit with the same group of guys. Like she's gotten them to do that shit before. It's crazy. Hold on.
Dude, just wait till you hear what I gotta say, dude. Because like I feel like it makes it so much fucking better.
Okay. Alright, so what happened next?
He's busy. Just give him a second.
Oh, he's fucking losing.
Cause
okay, she basically stalked me, and she took my phone and put her number in it without me knowing. And my friend Daniel, who sat next to me, like didn't care. He let it happen. And okay, like a couple of days later, me and my dad switched phones because I was using his work phone because I never had a phone before in my life. Fast forward again, she basically put her number in my dad's phone number on that SIM card and saved it to that, thinking it was me, and therefore she sent pictures of herself thinking it was me to my dad.
Oh god!
Like pictures? You mean
like tits? She sent her tits to my dad. Bitch.
Holy shit,
dude!
What happened after that?
That's it.
That's really all I have. What I find the most funny is like when he was so this happened his freshman year of high school.
My freshman year of high school.
So I was like watching a lot of YouTube videos, like random shit. And I remember I seen this news reel that they made in San Antonio about this very same fucking group of kids. And dude, I was fucking crying because this is how I
actually know the guys in that interview.
Yeah, too. That's the funny part about it.
Matter of fact, that I don't think I ever told you this. That big Hispanic dude with the long hair.
Yeah,
that's one of the guys.
Get
he went to Marshall
out of here,
and
dude, I remember watching that shit just be like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? This is so fucking weird. And then I remember I ran into Sari and I was telling him about it, and dude, he was like, wait a minute. We might...
Hold the phone.
Dude, it was so fucking funny.
Wait. So the group... What is...
They're called the Wolfpack in San Antonio. I'm not sure if they're still a thing nowadays, but...
This was like 2012.
2011, 2012.
Yeah.
What did they do?
They're just, group of
emo
And
kids.
she's part of it?
She was part of it. Her name was Ellie, by the way.
Oh, and they like help with her stalking and shit.
Yeah.
God damn, bro.
And to this day.
That's why you don't be nice to females.
Yeah, let's talk about simp culture for a second, because
that word became a thing.
Yeah, like here's the thing, simp was
like basically the modern word for white knights now.
Yeah, no, because not only that, for simp culture, how it used to be was, like a year ago, calling someone a simp was literally just saying this dude is literally giving money to someone that doesn't deserve it, or just to someone that is not even that attractive. But nowadays, it was supposed to be degrading. It was supposed to be degrading to not only the person that you're calling it, but to the person that that you're referencing.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, it's just completely degrading to the dudes. And the best part about it is it's gotten so dissolved to the point to where if you show any common decency to a woman, you're literally called a simp. So at this point, if you're not like a blatant misogynist, you're a simp.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if you're not Future, you're a simp.
I got called a simp too, just because I wanted to play a game with a friend. I forgot what. Do you know? Not Dead by Daylight, but the free version of it. What's it called?
Friday.
Not Friday.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
No. Dead. I forgot the game. There's basically this game on Steam. It's for free. You can play it with friends. It's for free. And I wanted to play the game with her. She invited me to the Discord, and I get berated by this European dude. He's like, "Hey, you're a fucking simp. What? Seriously? You here because there's a girl here?" I'm like, "Fuck! I'm just here to talk. I want to play with someone I know." The hell?
Damn, dude. Sorry on behalf of Europeans. It's not all
Like, dude, this dude was a complete fucking mouth breather. Like, God.
Dude.
Like, he was breathing hard. He was going so fast.
Hey, I bet you're just playing with her because she's a woman. Shit like that.
No, it was more like this. I bet you're playing with her because you're playing fucking video games with her. You want to play fucking video game with girl, you very stupid bitch.
Then shut your hinka-dinka-dargan ass up, bitch.
I need to take a big breath of my fucking asthma inhaler, please.
Fucking...
Sounded.
Like,
oh my god. What accent?
Dude, there's a girl I went to high school with. She has an OnlyFans, dude, and people are simping on her. Dude, she ain't even listen. She ain't listen to me. She ain't even that attractive.
It's not even that big a deal.
No.
It's just more the fact that they can see someone that they knew in high school naked because they never could.
But
I've seen that shit all over the place. I'm like, dude, she wasn't high in high school. It's because you didn't see tits in high school that you want to like pay money just to see them now.
I'll check in a second, Doug. But but it goes deeper. This girl that started up the OnlyFans.
Deeper.
Turns out, like I didn't find this out until my buddy told me. He was like, yeah, this chick was selling nudes to literally everybody in high school. I was like, holy shit.
Get your money. I mean,
I'm like, dude,
mind, that's
like,
fucked up.
I don't get how people can buy OnlyFans. Like, you just need one dude to pay for it, and then boom, you have everything you can need. You can just ask them.
But then there's the introduction of different tiers and things like that. Like, I don't think you understand how OnlyFans.
I know that there's different tiers. It's similar to Patreon, ain't it?
Not really.
Not really.
You pay for tiers to get access to more expensive things. That's what you're getting on OnlyFans.
Damn, how do you know this?
That's also how it is for many.
How many fans you got?
Because I actually have a lot of people. I know a lot of people that are actually use this. I don't have to like know.
I thought you were about to say like, dude, I spread my cornhole and send it to dudes all the time. It makes me good money.
Yeah, I'm his top fan.
I did that shit for free.
Noble's your top fan.
He is. He really is.
But, God. I was like, here's the funny part. She charged like $35 a month for it, And then no one was buying it, and eventually she lowered it to 25. Still, no one did it. And she was like, "Special promotion! It's $10 for 2 months." And finally, like, I think 2 or 3 people bought it. I was like, I'm not about to pay for that shit. If I really wanted to, I could go on Thought Hub and just fucking be like, "Get this shit here," and people just repost it for me. I'll just be like, okay.
What is the ideal woman figure?
But I'm not desperate for it.
Nico Bellic of a GTA.
No, bro, don't you know the okay?
Hey, cousin, you want to go bowling?
Oh, that's fucking time, Ramon. No, I don't want to go bowling, Ramon. Don't want to go fucking bowling.
Do you know the okay boomer girl?
No.
Dude, that shit made me laugh so. Dude, I remember everyone was simping on her or whatever, and then they found out that she had a boyfriend, and dude, they just got her removed off of Twitter. I just think that's so funny. Like, dude, y'all are so
25-year-old lawmaker, okay, boomer.
Like, y'all are pathetic. Like, that's the type of world we live in now. Like, people are literally just idolizing people just in hopes that they'll get a pity fuck, but then they find out they're in a relationship and they're like, "Fuck this person, they're a piece of shit, fuck them," shit like that. Like, I don't get it. There's this one dude I follow named, I think it's Tippity Top. Yeah, it's Tippity Top Keck. He's low key a simp, but he's at least funny about it. Dude, he's like,
this woman is 25 years old, but she looks like she's hitting 40. That's why I will never become a politician. That shit is way too stressful. Seriously.
Yeah.
I love my youth.
Damn, Bernie must be 60 then.
Bro,
dude,
Bernie's
he's 73.
73, yeah.
You're coming in, Duck?
Oh, are you talking about
what's up, Duck?
What's up, Duck? Is this kid again? This fucking...
Hey, sorry.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry. Hey, what's up, man? Nice mic, bro. Did you get that off fucking Amazon for $12? Catch it on sale before this fucking virus hit? What'd you do, dude?
Nah, state he lives in, fucking first coronavirus patient spread it to someone else.
No, I don't live in New Hampshire. Yeah, no, New Hampshire, which is beside us.
Oh.
Had a hospital worker.
And
they went out to an event after they were both staying home.
Fucking idiot.
I'm gonna be real with you though. If Uzi was touring, I don't give a fuck who I get sick. I'm gonna go see him.
To listen to his fucking
dude. No. Hold the fucking phones. Uzi's new albums, Eternal Take and Uzi versus the World 2, are so fucking good.
Like, homie literally posted the same song, just a bit different.
Dude, P2's so good though. It is good.
I haven't listened to any of that crap in so long.
Dude,
have you listened to EXO Tour Life?
That's
one
of the
that's
P2 is just it's literally just it's almost like it's played in reverse. That's literally all it is, but it's so good.
It's the first draft.
Yeah, but they what is it? Venetia's probably my favorite song off of that, and I can't remember.
I still can't get over Juice WRLD, dude.
Of course you can't.
I can't.
I still can't get over Mac Miller dying.
Dude, who hasn't? Let's be real. But
I just can't believe that he's actually gone.
Yeah, but have y'all heard The Weeknd's new album yet? After Hours?
It's ass.
Really?
I actually don't like it.
My buddy's a huge Weeknd fan, and he was like, it's kind of mid, but then he listened to more, it kind of grew on him. I didn't come in with any expectations, and I really like that album. I love the sound of it, because it's got that synthwave vibe to it, and I just really like it.
I'm not a fan of synthwave, though. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, when I heard Faith, I was like, I love it, and then I was like, I like it, and then when it the transition from the end of Faith into the beginning of Blinding Lights hit, I was like, I don't give a fuck how shitty the rest of this album is. This is great.
What about Childish Gambino?
I don't listen to Childish.
I'm not focusing on him like that.
Wait, what?
It's what is it? Hold up, I'll pull it up. There is a song, you know, The Box by Roddy Ricch. It's literally the biggest hit song of the fucking, Yeah. It's super fucking good. He has a song that comes after. At the end of the song, it literally transitions into... where is it? I know I have it in here somewhere.
Let me tell you this way. I still think Trilogy's is his best project he's ever put out.
Yeah.
Even though it's his first one.
Like, I never listened to The Weeknd that much. Like, I knew of, like, you know, his hits, like The Hills and fucking...
When Drake first tried to put him on back in the early years, and I caught on to it, I'm like, I knew he was going to be something on the likes of Bruno Mars, but I feel like Bruno Mars kind of like...
Okay, I'm sorry.
His aesthetic overall is what made him stick around longer.
Here's the thing. Bruno Mars, though, hit. He hit. When I heard Billionaire, bro, my life was changed. I love that song. Okay, but back to what I was saying. The box transition into Start With Me is really good. It's like instant. But fuck, dude, what was I talking about? You were
transition.
You don't even know the point you're trying to make.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I was just saying that it's a good transition, but whatever you were talking about, how Bruno Mars, that's what it was. Dude, he was the shit back in the day. His music, like, I don't know if he still makes music, but
there was a funk about it, and I liked it.
Yeah, like, dude, he was the shit back in the day. Like that, like, I hated Twilight, but dude, if Rain by Bruno Mars came on, I was gonna fucking listen to it. If I heard,
I don't know.
If I heard
that
Billionaire,
whole aesthetic going back to like the 80s and 70s feel like, and it becoming a thing, and bringing that aesthetic back.
Dude, it's better. It's better than the bitches. It's better than the bitches. It's better than the bitches tweeting the Roaring 20s after New Year's. I was like, y'all don't. Are you kidding me? Like, do you not know what the fuck happened back in the 20s? I pray to God it's nothing like that. Like, bro,
so far it's starting to feel like
yeah, for real. Like, dude, once 2027 hits, we better be careful with our money.
We better be careful what the fuck we're starting wars with. You mean? Did you hear? Oh my God, this is another thing. Let's talk about the virus again, okay? Let's go into that.
Sure.
China is actually trying to make it seem like we're the bad guys in all this somehow. There's actually propaganda going on right now in China, like the United States is like a proponent for this virus, and I'm like, what? It's crazy. Look it up.
Well, wait, hold on, bro. But I mean, that's not true.
What do you think about, with Trump and him trying to give him medical advice?
That shit had me weak. No, when the reporter was like, "Why it's racist that you call it the China virus?" He was like, "It's not racist. It literally came from fucking China." I was like, "He's got a point." Like I don't like.
I didn't even understand that.
I heard some people calling it the Kung Fu flu. I'm like, what the fuck?
The Kung Flu is fucking great. Kung Flu is fucking hilarious. I've heard Boomer Remover, Kung Flu.
I've never.
Oh my fucking God,
That's
dude.
a beautiful one. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Boomer Remover. Nice.
Oh,
I want to put that in a plaque and just marry it, dude. That's how good it is.
Shout out to Maddie. I think he was the one that came up with that. If not, it was Stale.
Boomer.
They just want me to play. They want me to play Tarkov with them, but I'm not playing it. No, but Maddie was jumping in VC here and there, trying to see if someone's trying to play Tarkov. Dude, I said it was so like I've been using Twitter again recently, and like some of the shit I've been saying, like I've had a couple tweets removed so far, and like I feel
a couple what?
Yeah, I've only had a couple. I don't tweet that much, but I said some shit about fucking what was it about? Hold on, I gotta find it, or at least remember it. Let's see, where's one of the tweets that I put up?
U.S. China spar over coronavirus origin. It started in China.
Yeah, for real.
They
literally.
try to hide the facts. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I said stop buying all the gallons of milk from Walmart. Some people are just trying to get through their week and get groceries, while y'all are trying to stock your basement with $100 in spoiled food. That milk's gonna be blocks of cheese by the time you need it.
Maybe they want cheese. I don't know.
Dude,
Man,
I said
me so much Doritos and
I remember,
Cheetos, man. I'm good.
I gotta find this reply. Okay, that one's pretty good. I said coronavirus is a glorified flu. Stop believing those articles on the Onion. Y'all are dumb as shit.
I mean, it isn't a flu, but you know.
It's a coronavirus, not a flu. It's COVID-19 is the actual like technical name.
Oh yeah, this was Tom Elliott tweeted, or from David Frum, Trump is one of the fattest presidents ever, at least the least physically capable president, and Frank Delano Roosevelt was in a wheelchair. Ben Askren replied, "Isn't that fat shaming?" I replied,
Ben Franklin the fattest person?
No, this is what I said. I was like, y'all really got nothing better to do with your time? Taft was bigger than him and got stuck in a fucking bathtub. Y'all literally look for any y'all literally look for any reason to talk shit about him and write some retarded ass article. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all are clowns. And my shit got deleted.
Like, don't try to introduce facts into this argument, man.
I replied again and just said, pretty sure I read somewhere Taft was bigger and got stuck in a bathtub. Whatever, y'all will literally dig up anything to write another dumbass article about Trump.
Can we just talk about Andrew Jackson for a second?
Why?
How do we elect that guy?
You know, Abraham Lincoln, I don't know how I really felt about him, dog. Them cotton fields don't really feel the same.
What you say there, Bucky?
If you want to know what,
are you guys Trump supporters?
What the politics are? Look at Obama before and after against him. Oh my god, dude! Like how
all I know is I'm getting $1,200, and I can't imagine another president that has ever done that for anyone else.
Andrew Yang, bro.
I know. I my support was for him, and he told me to go for Biden, and I did.
I'm not going for that dude.
My thing is, I'd rather have Yang.
Sorry, no, hold up.
In his cat. No. You're gonna listen to me, motherfuckers. You're the least inept person.
No, what do you mean? You're the same. No, you're the same fucking person that asked me about politics, and you said, "What do you think?" And I said, "I don't." And you proceeded to fucking implode. You imploded, motherfucker. You imploded and was blown away.
Elected, you mean to tell me Yang will be serving in any cabinet at all with him?
He probably will, but that's not what I'm getting at.
That's the point.
You literally were like, I've never seen you say something so intelligent. You're like, yeah, I know. It's because I don't need to.
Just roasted yourself too.
I can.
Yeah, you did.
I never.
I was like, you expect me to have like political views, but all I think is like, if you can run a country and not cause trouble, do it.
Is on a fucking Happy Meal.
Oh shit!
You're wondering what the next big thing at McDonald's is gonna be.
I'm not even laughing at that. Hold up.
The most poppin' thing around your fucking area right now is what's being restocked at Kroger.
Yeah, for real, dude. It's rough. It's
dude
rough.
Don't even got a Myers.
I do have a Myers. You dumb shit.
Oh, you would know, because that's all you fucking would know. Now you're just giving me infinite ammo. I'm gonna calm down now.
Infinite ammo? What are you, a fucking Eminem fan? Actually, let's talk about that. Eminem fans are the worst fucking music fans ever. And
Or Kanye.
They're worse than Kanye fans, they're worse than K-pop fans, and they're worse than X fans.
I don't think K-pop stands are ever gonna ever.
Here's the thing, K-pop. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. K-pop stands will shut the fuck up once you. K-pop stands will shut the fuck up once you start roasting them. Eminem fans, the second you say anything about him, like he's washed up or shit's just not as good anymore, it's immediately like, dude, he's the greatest rapper of all time. Look how fast he can rap. Dude, it is 2020, not 2008. Just because you're white and you can speak quickly does not mean you're good at rapping. Dude, listen. Yeah, there's an Eminem fan right there. I listen to Godzilla and I watch the music video. I'm gonna be honest, the beat goes hard, Eminem doesn't. I only listen. The only reason I'll listen to Eminem songs is because the music videos are always worth watching. They're entertaining. Like when he gets knocked out by Mike Tyson, he was oh shit, Mike, I'm sorry. Fuck. Dude, the way he said fuck had
Eminem
me
was not
crying.
even Eminem.
Yeah, dude, him with a beard, he looks so weird. He's like, dude, he's almost 50.
Weird.
No, he's not the same person. This is a completely different person. This is not the Eminem that we know. The Eminem we know back in like the 2000s and 90s is gone.
Yeah,
he's dead.
He's off drugs,
He's
bro.
an imposter.
Yeah.
Get M on drugs.
Hold up. I have a screenshot of some.
47 right now, dude. So.
Dude, hold up. I should have the screenshot of some of the comments I seen, dude. They were so fucking stupid. Hold up. 47 years old is still killing the lyrics. I thought he was playing when he said he won't stop rapping. Hell, he'll probably keep going. He'll probably keep rapping until he's 80. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Bro, his lyrics are corny as fuck.
Like, yeah,
thing though, like, keep in mind, like, what do we get? How are old people gonna look when they're old from our generation?
like, I'm gonna listen. If the day ever comes where I decide to have kids and I get old enough to be a grandfather and I have to show them the shit I listen to,
Yeah, that's if.
If one, yeah, for real, emphasis on the if.
That's even if you can find a fucking girl.
Yeah, you're right. No, I'll just no. Don't worry. I'll just buy Fosher's sister off of mail order bride site.
Why do you think I have a sister?
I was hoping that would hit harder because he's Eastern European.
Bro, I'm Western European. Fuck you.
He's Middle European, is what he is.
Yeah, I'm Central European.
He's European, as they would say it. I don't even remember what the fuck I said. Fuck it. If I have to show, if I have grandkids and I have to show them the music I'm listening to, if they're like, so what about the stuff he made when you were like in your 20s? Like, we do not speak of that. He died, and that is his son. Plain and simple. Looking.
Damn.
Hey, Will, did you see the new add-on that Bethesda's doing for Fallout 4?
Wait, for what? What'd they do?
Fallout 4, Bethesda's put an add-on to it in the Creation Club. You literally get to be able to use the BFG 9000 and the Doom Marine armor.
Oh, cool! I can do that for free on fucking ModDB.
Yeah, but you know.
I tried downloading Fallout 4 again and remodding it. It's really not as fun as it used to be. Not only that, when
it's better than 76, which is multiplayer Fallout at a discount.
Yeah.
With 10 times the bugs, 4 times the map bugs, everything like that.
I would rather stick my cock in a pencil sharpener than play Fallout 76.
Yeah, I guess I've never bought Fallout 76.
Dude, I remember seeing that. My friend Josh is like, "You gonna get it?" I was like, "No." Like, dude, it's gonna. A couple
of my buddies traded in Fallout 4 for Fallout 76. Oh my god, I felt so.
Dude, he was like, "Dude, it's gonna be fun." I was like, you and Cade were the same dudes that said No Man's Sky was gonna be an amazing game, and it fucking, dude, it hit the ground and made a fucking crater. It was a shit show. And
Isn't it good now?
It's all right. Like, let's see, I played it in like 2018 when it actually had multiplayer by then, and like it had a lot more content, and I thought it was fun. Like, if I can, like, games in space where I can just explore and name shit, I think is really fun. My buddy Cade, what he does is he doesn't like take naming shit seriously at all. So when he discovers like a solar system, he did this recently, and it made he named his solar system cum system, and all the planets cum planet 1 and so on, and cum moon. And our buddy Josh was like exploring the galaxy and shit. He thought he discovered a new planet, then he finds it. Finds one named Cum Planet. And he's like, Cade, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, what? It's like, why are you naming your shit Cum Planet? I'm fucking crying over it. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, No Man's Sky is like, I'm pretty sure No Man's Sky is like good now.
You know, one of the games that me and PMD were playing, it's now like gone off Steam. You can't play it at all anymore.
Pretty sure.
It's kind of sad.
Fuck, I think I know what game you're talking about too.
Worlds Adrift.
Yeah, Worlds Adrift.
Oh yeah, we all played it.
I never did.
Is it not on anymore?
No, they got rid of it. It never made it.
I got my fucking refund. What the fuck?
Yeah, it never made enough money.
Dude, I remember when what was it? Fucking South Park. This is when the new South Park game was coming out, the Fractured But Whole. They when you pre-ordered it, it gave you South Park Stick of Truth for free and a bunch of other shit. So I got like a player icon. So it's my player icon is Butters and his Dr. Chaos or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And but eventually one day I was like, why the fuck do I have like $60 in my account? I don't remember putting this in here. And I spent it all. Turns out they postponed the release date of South Park's Fractured But Whole, and so they gave me a refund for it. I at least got to keep Stick of Truth and Butters, but I was a little upset because I really wanted to play that game. I remember watching fucking Speedy play it. Shit was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Any games you're excited for?
I don't know. Is there any? Actually, no. I seen this new
Cyberpunk. Is that still like a?
Yes, I'm like, dude. Like, if I don't hear The Weeknd in Cyberpunk 2077, like, I'm gonna be furious. But another game I seen that's supposed to be coming out next month is Predator, which I'm super hyped for when I seen it because I used to play this game on my Xbox called Predator Concrete Jungle. And it was like one of my favorite games on the Xbox. So like,
no, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I know it doesn't sound right, but you know what the Predator, the fucking movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I was being smart ass though.
Yeah, I know you are. That's pretty much your personality.
Yep.
But the premise of that is like I think you're going in between like the future. You're going in between like the future and the distant past. So it's like 2030 in the future, and in the past is like 1930, some shit like that. And you basically just have to go through killing people and shit. It's super fun.
So wait, are they making a new one or?
It's supposed to be like not the culling. What is it? It's like Dead by Daylight.
Remake of that Shining. The scene on The Shining as you put it on the Super Bowl. Oh my fucking god!
No, I haven't.
Seriously, you haven't seen that shit?
Dude, when the Super Bowl happens, I don't give a shit about the game. I just give a shit about stuffing my face with food. Let's be real.
Well, no, it was the halftime. Those halftime commercials.
Oh yeah, I did actually see the halftime. Let's be real. I was focused on the halftime show. Come on, halftime show, son. We ain't talking about commercials.
That was one of the shittiest halftime shows I've ever seen. Let's be fucking honest. Like, hey, let's
shitty. Okay, listen. Listen. Ignoring the fact that it was Shakira and J-Lo, I actually fuck with their music. So like when I heard one of J-Lo's songs, I was like, dude, this is like when I seen the 2012 AMAs. This is so fucking awesome. And then I seen her fucking. Then I seen her ass. I was like, bro, I'm so happy. Like now I know why I liked Anaconda so much, the movie. My buddies thought I was talking about the Nicki Minaj song, and I had to correct them and show them how uncultured they are.
Didn't Shakira do like very well? I mean, J-Lo got a lot of hate.
I don't know. I know. I remember the tongue flick. I remember that. Dude, that shit was...
Let's talk about Beyonce real quick too. When that happened.
Okay, Kanye. Beyonce had one of the greatest albums of all time.
No, I'm talking about the ugliest she took at the Super Bowl.
What'd she do?
Go look it up. Beyonce Super Bowl picture.
Oh yeah, wasn't her and Kanye like sitting down at the national anthem or some shit?
No, she made an ugly face, dude. Like really ugly. Like it's vile.
Oh yeah.
Forgot all about that one.
That's a good fuck. I've never seen this.
No! Oh my god!
What was that about?
He's playing Teamfight Tactics.
No, I'm not.
Oh. Hey, Waylon, look at the link strap, by the way.
I'm watching it. Let's see this. Who's in this?
That was the Mountain Dew commercial for the 0 one.
Wording, they're not paying attention. I can't
Are
help
you playing
them.
League now?
I've been playing League this entire time, dude.
Like actually?
Yes. I've been playing.
No,
this
you've been
League
playing that fucking like the 1v1.
No, I've been playing this the entire time. You idiot.
Liar, bro. You've been literally playing the 1v1.
I played like 3 matches of League of Legends since I finished that, which was about an hour ago.
Hold up.
Okay, that's a good commercial.
Yeah, that's why I told you about it. If it was a Sheik commercial, why would I tell you about
you
it?
just started playing League.
Because knowing you would just do it like, wow, your dumbass really watched that shit? Fucking idiot.
Good point.
I remember the other day my buddy was like, "Yo, did you hear about the terrorist attack in Holland?" I was like, "What?" And he sends me this link on Facebook, and my dumb ass, it's like 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, "What?" I fucking check
You
it.
mean your brain's functioning less than it normally actually does?
Yeah, so I'm like half asleep. I'm like, what the fuck? So I check the link and start watching the video, and it looks like it's a terrorist attack, and all of a sudden it's a fucking black midget with a big dick just shaking it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck are you? Like, dude, he sends me this shit just to fuck with me, and
That's funny,
dude. Oh my god, dude. Then we forwarded it to one of our buddies, and he's like, God damn it, what the fuck's wrong with you? Oh, dude, he was so sick. But holy shit, dude, that midget was packaged schmeat. I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh, man. I reckon I ought to wrap it up here. This has been a good fucking podcast.
Hey, Waylon.
So, yeah, thanks to everyone that came out. Thanks for dropping by, fellas.
Hey, Waylon, look at the link shot. Imagine if you just come down to a basement and you see this shit going on.
Yeah, I'd take a hard pass.
You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
I'd be like, oh, fuck. I just dash right out of there.
Alright, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be like, next podcast might be like my typical YouTube upload schedule, which means I'll do like 4 in a row and then go 6 months without doing anything. I'll see you guys.
So basically, 4 months of work,